Check this out.
Belliarmus!
Every hitter I'm facing today is hitting over 300. They've got former MLB players, KBO stars, and Venezuelan batting champions, so this should be a fun battle.
I don't know what's going on here, but nothing like a rainstorm starting right at game time. On my start day, of course. Unbelievable. What are we delaying for here? I just got warmed up. We couldn't do this before the game? We couldn't do this before the game? I just got warmed up. What's going on? Is their lineup? They out of order? Great. Okay, we gotta get fastballs into righties today. We gotta be aggressive with the fastball. Speed them up and then finish them.
First up is Lorenzo Cedrola. Now, he's played for the Red Sox, the Reds, the Mets, and the Guardians in their minor league organizations, and he hit .395 in the Venezuelan Winter League last year, which won him the batting title.
That is not a start I wanted. Okay, gotta throw a strike here.
Really bad first two pitches there. Nothing I can really do with those. No sequence available, no tunnel available, so 2-0, I'm just trying to throw a strike here.
Okay, let's go cutter here. Should be an out. Okay, good.
So after a well-executed middle fastball that thankfully he didn't swing at, I went cutter bottom of the zone. It shared the same tunnel, and he was a little out in front of it, and I got a weak pop-up to center. So good start after two very bad pitches.
Kind of scared me for a second.
Next up is Sergio Alcantara. Now he's played for the Tigers, the Cubs, the D-backs, the Padres, and the Giants in the big leagues, so he can really hit, and he's currently one of the leaders in batting average in LMB.
Okay, let's see if we can get a splitter rolling here early. We got 3 fastballs and a cutter. Start off heater. Doors. Go up and in. Yeah, got a curveball tunnel set up off of that. We have splitter down the way as well. Should go back in.
So the first pitch fastball middle away set up the splitter tunnel off of that. I was trying to go up and in with a fastball right there to see where he was at timing wise, and I just missed high. But that miss does set up a curveball later if I need it. So I'm kind of in my head playing the tunnel game right here, but I'm also trying to play the speed game and know where he's at and what he's looking for. So since everything was kind of away, it was up and it was away the first 2 pitches, I decided to go with a cutter in to see how he reacted to that.
Way foul. He was definitely looking in. Mid-speed early. Definitely sped up. Nah. Yeah.
When a lefty pulls a cutter foul down the line like that, it means that they're looking for that tunnel in, but the ball ran a little bit more in than they were expecting, and so they're out in front of it. So that to me meant that he was sped up looking for a fastball in, and I decided to throw a curveball out of that tunnel because that curveball would start like that fastball in, maybe he'd be jumpy, and he would chase the curveball.
Yeah, I knew he was looking for it. Oh well, worth a shot, well executed.
After he didn't swing at the curveball, I was like, okay, it's 2-2 here. I don't want to throw another breaking ball out of the zone. I probably could have gone back to that fastball up and in, but he was kind of early on a pitch that looked like a fastball up and in, so I decided to move something away from him, throw him a splitter in the zone, move it away, and hopefully just get some weak contact.
Now we got splitter. Shit.
Rula por primera, recoge Billón, respeta totalmente el esfuerzo ahí de Juan. Qué bueno.
When he hit that ball, I was like not in position to cover first base, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be late getting over. Thankfully, he didn't run very hard because I was definitely beat if he did.
I didn't know if I was gonna get over in time on that one. Good pitch.
Next up is Christian Adames, and he played in the big leagues for the Rockies and the Giants. He's also one of their best hitters and probably just the best pure hitter in this lineup.
All right, we got Adames now. Probably their best hitter, working away. Cutters to the hands, splitters. Yep. How hard is that, 85? Yeah, I ran a little bit too quickly on that one.
First pitch cutter up and in sets up the entire at bat for me because I have fastball above the zone out of that. I have curveball below the zone out of that. I have splitter down and away for a strike out of that. I also have fastball up and in for a strike that's going to look more hittable, and he might get blown up on it. So I was really happy with that first pitch.
Come on, Trevor, go to the plate.
I was not happy with that second pitch, though. That was just a massive miss. I do maybe have a curveball up and away, but that fastball missed by too much, so I don't even know if I can use that as a curveball tunnel.
Curveball tunnel set up. Coño.
So 1-1, I wanted to go a splitter out of that same cutter tunnel, so that cutter up that kind of hangs on the top, and then a splitter that catches the opposite end of the plate, the bottom end on the outside part, but I missed badly. So now I just need to throw a strike here.
Come back to that. Back to the hands. Is it going to stay in? It will. I'll take it. 0 for 1 on finishing 2 strike counts though, which is unfortunate. But I did execute both pitches, so happy with that. And mechanics feel way better. Good evening, boys. Have a...
I know you throw quarter away too, but
Yeah.
you want me to go before to try or just...
Probably like third time through the order. First time we just work in because they can't get their hands to it.
That cutter, the gyro, it's -7. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
You look good. Come on.
If my sweeper will be like -13, I'll be very happy.
Your split, it's cutting.
I mean, it's not cutting actually, but
In relation to your
Yeah.
usual movement,
Yeah.
it's 3 horizontal. But it dived
what's my vert on my fastball?
around 13, 14.
Yeah, and then one that was like, what, 17?
It's 16.
16.5, yeah. Okay.
Este pitcher cuando aquí batea Singleton y a segundo picheo.
No runs for the Diablos in the bottom of the first, so it's out for the top of the second in a 0-0 game. Next up is Luis Castro. Now, he played in the Rockies and the Brewers organizations in the minor leagues, and he's one of the hottest hitters in LNB this year, hitting over 340.
All right, get ahead. Who we got here? Castro. Gotta get the ball to the hands for a strike. That better be foul. Otherwise, that was gonna be a hit. I like that location, Trevor. Very well done. Let's jam another one in there. Right on it, dude. I think now we just add some speed to that. It's 91. Go above the zone. He's definitely thinking off speed. Catch that, please. Okay. I mean, 0 for 2 on 0-2 counts, but
With that at bat, I was 0-2. I easily could have thrown a breaking ball in the dirt, but it was clear that their team approach was to look for breaking balls in 2 strike counts from the first inning. So I've seen that a couple different times in recent starts, and I've been slow to make that adjustment. So this game, I was like, you know what? I'm going to, as soon as I see it, as soon as I recognize it, I'm just going to make the adjustment right away. Even if I don't get that at bat to end in a strikeout, it hopefully will set me up for later at bats when I need a strikeout to get out of big jams. So I saw that he was very late on the first pitch fastball. I saw that he was very late on the second pitch fastball. So I was like, you know what? Until you speed up and try to get on time for one of these fastballs, I'm just going to stick with fastball. And I get a weak little pop-up out to left field. Not a strikeout, kind of bummed me out, but I'll take the out.
really well executed there to set up for the rest of the game. Very happy with that at bat. Good command. Now I do need to get some strikeouts, so I can't be going 2 innings with no strikeouts. So I need to go punch this guy out.
And this guy is Henry Ramos. He played in the big leagues for the D-backs and the Reds. He also played over in Korea for a couple different teams, and he represented Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic, so very high-level hitter.
Oh boy. Splitter tunnel open. He was right on that. Vert carried the day. We're now not going to punch out down and away because we lost that tunnel, but we're going splitter here.
Yeah, I definitely got away with that pitch. He was on time for a fastball, and I threw it right in a very hittable location, very middle, kind of bottom half of the zone, and I'm just lucky that he mishit that because that could have been a homer for sure. But I am ahead 0-1, and the count always shifts in your favor when you're ahead 0-1. That's the power of just throwing the ball in the middle. They miss it sometimes. Sometimes you get outs, and very rarely you give up hits, so I'll take it.
Right on it. May as well just go to that again and get it down more. Why not?
That's the third splitter I've thrown today. All 3 have moved very well. One of them was a ball, but I was very happy with that pitch. I was like, man, that swing was kind of ugly. I'm just going to try to throw the same thing again.
Mama huevo. Don't want to go to it again.
But I missed up an arm side, and I could tell that he was looking away because his body started drifting over the plate right there. Now, I don't want to go 3 in a row out there with the splitter because that would be 4 in a row leading him to the same exact location. So I'm basically just telling him, hey, I'm going to throw you away to try to get you out. So I need to change something up here to throw him off the scent.
Go through the ball, Trevor.
That was not what I needed to change up. I was trying to throw a fastball up and away to get him to swing. He's seen 2 off-speed pitches in a row, and he's seen something down. So I was like, oh, I'll throw fastball up above the zone, away. He'll read it's the split tunnel. He'll swing and it'll be underneath it. And then I just missed by like 2 feet. So very annoying. Kind of throws the whole entire flow of this at bat off.
Oh, just a wasted at bat, Trevor. 0-2 again. Just can't throw a splitter down below the zone. I had to throw that curveball for a strike because I don't want to go 2-2 or 3-2. It's annoying. Now I'm pissed. I need a strikeout.
Yeah, just a wasted at bat. Too many waste pitches there. The splitter 0-2, waste. The fastball up and away 1-2, waste. Throws the entire at bat off. Then I can't bury the curveball. I have to throw it close enough to the zone that he can swing at it. And he actually put pretty good wood on it. Thankfully, it wasn't a homer, the fly out, but Just annoying that I didn't finish that. 0 for 2 on 2 strike at bats.
Cutter first pitch.
Next up is David Rodriguez. Now, he played in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. He had 17 homers last year, and he's got 12 again this season, so he's definitely got some thump.
Welcome to the box. Gotta be ready.
So there I whipped out the quick pitch because I had my call from the catcher with PitchCom, and he was taking forever to get in the box, so I just came set. And when the umpire said go, I just threw the pitch, and he was definitely caught off guard by that.
Go up. Okay.
I was actually really happy with that pitch. I got a good read. He backed off like this, and he looked like he was a little bit late on it. So I got the fastball by him. He was late on the first one. I added speed to it. He was late again. I was like, okay, I'll just flip to the opposite end of the speed spectrum here.
La zurda para regar. Batazo, buen contacto de Rodríguez David, pero
All right. Well executed. Just 0 for 3 on 2 strike counts, which is not good, but I'm getting the balls where I needed to, so it's going to set it up for later. Nice job, boys.
You threw a 91 mile an hour fastball at 2,800. So you got to be sitting off speed 2 strikes.
For sure, they're sitting off speed 2 strikes. So I'm trying to go a lot of heaters in early. It's not the most advantageous for punch outs, but it's going to set up second, third time through the order for sure. And I've been trying to not go to off speed stuff in 2 strikes, which again, I'm 0 for 3 on 2 strike finishing. But
And it's okay to throw a curveball, but they're both in the zone.
on the 1-1 curveball, I was like, okay, I'm going to throw a curveball because I just missed up here. I'm going to throw the curveball, and then I'm going to go back up there. So I'm trying to show him a couple shapes early
y de
on.
atacar constantemente
Carry
el
ball.
plató, profundo el batazo hacia el jardín
Wow.
izquierdo. Se está yendo la pelota.
Yeah!
Se fue. Me quedé viéndolo porque la umpire de tercera no marcaba todavía.
Swing that shit.
Le vamos a apuntar fly al 8. No se mueve de la intermedia Liberato.
So Paris hit a homer that inning and is back out for the top of the third, up 1-0. Now it was starting to rain, and that started to affect me a little bit this inning. So first up is Herlis Rodriguez. Now he's a career 300 LMB hitter. He's got 100 hits in consecutive seasons, and he's played in all sorts of different leagues and Caribbean series and all sorts of stuff. So he's got a lot of experience, and he steals a lot. So I do not want to let him get on as a leadoff hitter, because then he's probably going to end up on second or third. I kind of missed my spot on that first pitch fastball because I slipped on the mound. It was getting a little bit wet, but I did get the strike call because of the auto umpire. I read ball when I threw it because my head was moving, but I'll take the strike. Ahead 0-1.
Oh, that's good.
After that up and away fastball, I went cutter off of it, and I was trying to get this cutter in, but I missed up and middle, but it probably shared the exact same tunnel as the fastball moving this way and the cutter moving that way. And he took this kind of ugly half, I don't know if he was fooled on it or if he just kind of was fooled by the shape or what, but something looked odd about that swing to me.
Go to the plate, Trevor.
I tried to throw a dead zone cutter right there to get the swing and miss because he took a bad swing on the prior one. So I was like, okay, you didn't see that pitch well. Let me just throw it in a better location and maybe get the same thing. But I yanked it too far off the plate. And if you don't know, a dead zone cutter is like mid-thigh off the plate inside to a lefty from a righty. Or if you're a lefty pitcher, the dead zone cutter is mid-thigh off the plate inside to a righty.
Oh, Expelliarmus! Yes!
Dogout de Diablos Rojos está ponchado tirándole.
And after 2 cutters going glove side, I went with a splitter going arm side. It shared that same tunnel perfectly, and he was definitely fooled by it, as you can see by the Expelliarmus. It's my favorite. I love when I get those.
I love Expelliarmus. And I love that splitter. That was nasty.
Also, can we just give a shout out here to Kev? Look where this bat hits on the net. Watch out, Kev. Heads up.
Big fan.
Next up is Michael De La Cruz. He's played for the Blue Jays, the Tigers, the D-backs, and the Padres organizations, and he's currently hitting about .315 this season, so he's raking.
Right on it.
First pitch fastball away, the broadcast missed, but he was a little bit late on it and fouled it straight back, so I was like, okay, you're close to on time for that. Let's change the shape.
So cutter in, splitter away. Get your hand out. Curveball tunnel set up, splitter. Yep, splitter.
I missed with the 0-1 cutter high above the zone, and then I came back with another cutter, and I missed dead in the middle. It's hard to grip the ball right now. You can see the rain's coming down pretty good. I was trying to get that pitch in, but again, for the second time this inning, I just kind of left it middle. But he didn't swing, so we're ahead 1-2.
Not where I wanted it, but since they're sitting curveball, they're just not on the pitch that doesn't drop. So we'll take that.
And this is what teams have been trying to do. They're like, okay, he's in 2 strikes. He's definitely going to throw a sweeper if it's a righty, or he's definitely going to throw a curveball if it's a lefty. So what do? How do you combat that? Well, you can go hard with a fastball because they're sitting slow looking for off-speed stuff, so a fastball will be by them. Or you throw a different shape of off-speed pitch than they're expecting. So to lefties, if they're expecting a curveball to drop and go into them, and they get a pitch that doesn't drop and goes away from them, it's very confusing. He clearly read that pitch as a curveball that was going to be in the zone. He started to swing, the ball stayed up and went the opposite way, and he looked super confused. He was kind of looking at me like, what the heck was that? Like, that's not what you should have thrown right there. So clearly I'm onto their approach right now and what they're trying to do to me, and I'm making good adjustments to them. So 8 up, 8 down, and hitting 9th is Samar Leva. Now he's having a fantastic season this year. He was selected as an all-star here in LMB, and he's going to be important in this game.
Get off my plate, bitch. Dot.
So not where I wanted the 0-0 pitch. It was up and in, but it does show that I'm going to throw fastballs in. So 1-0, I come back with a perfectly placed cutter down and away. He still hasn't given me much information yet in this at-bat on what he's trying to do. The first pitch, he was just getting out of the way. No real read on that. The cutter, he was clearly just auto-taking, so I don't really get a read on his timing. So I'm here 1-1. I want to throw a strike, but I just don't really have any read on where he's at right now. So I decided to go with the sweeper.
Right on it. Let's go force him down and away now.
I threw that sweeper off the plate, and he was way early on it, and he definitely was reading that outer tunnel, and he swung at it and fouled it off. So now I got my read. He's looking away. He's looking for something that's hard because he was early on that pitch, and I almost got the sweeper by him. But now I'm 1-2. So I'm like, okay, do I go with another slow thing? Because timing-wise, it says that he's fast because he was way out in front of that pitch. Or do I flip and go, well, they're looking for off-speed stuff, I'm going to go hard. So I decided to go with a fastball right here, even though it's probably not the best pitch from a timing perspective. I'm just reading their approach and trying to counteract their approach to me.
That's what I wanted it. I just expected him to take.
Final al tercer inning. Conecta.
And I threw a good fastball. He was late. It got off the hands, but it's not a strikeout. And that's the danger. Now, I don't care about getting outs. You know, I'm happy to get an out and end the inning. I got my 2 strikeouts, 9 up, 9 down. Perfect. But anytime you're in a 2-strike count and the guy puts the ball in play, he has a chance to get a hit. And there's a huge penalty for giving up 2-strike hits because you're so close to a strikeout. You give up a 2-strike hit, now you have a base runner, you've wasted all those pitches to get there, and it's just not good. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I throw another breaking ball right there, he's probably looking for it. He was definitely slowed down because the fastball beat him, but you might get a strikeout. Maybe he chases and misses it, or you throw the fastball and he can put it in play. So he did a good job right there. He saw a sweeper, he saw a cutter, he was late on a fastball away. You could definitely tell his body was like kind of leaning out over the plate. So something to keep in mind for his next at-bats.
I'm in.
We in rain delay?
3 innings, 3 up, 3 down every inning, and I was like, I'm at 30 pitches, and I'm cruising, and now I'm just going to have to go sit and wait for who knows how long. My day's probably done. So I shook my manager's hand and headed to the clubhouse expecting to be done. But the rain delay only lasted 10 minutes. So we were back up to hit. They told me I was going to continue pitching, so I was kind of checked out mentally. I was like, oh, my day's over. I can relax. I'm tired, whatever. And then I had to switch it back on real quick to go out there and still be locked in for the fourth.
Andaba con el asunto de la enfermedad. Trevor, así es que solo los vio en una ocasión. Terreno.
So top of the fourth, still 1-0 ball game, and we got Cedrola back at the plate.
Okay, I got behind this guy first time through 2-0. The cutter first pitch. Slider. That was a good pitch. We have freeze fastball down the way open.
Está en una bola y un strike. Y ahora revienta la pelota que se va de hit.
Every time it's just right on the line. Every time. It can't be like, Rio, every time right on the line. That's like 4 balls this year so far in 3 starts that have hit literally in the chalk line. What do we got?
Sí, lo que están checando es si fue fair o foul.
That's just so annoying. It's like balls hitting the base, dribbling over the bag. It's always a double. I executed that sequence really well. Cutter first pitch, sweeper off. He was leaning out over the plate. I got a fastball up and in, and he's just a good hitter. He like pulled his hands inside and kind of karate chopped it. and just smoked it right down the line. Somehow he got the barrel to it. I don't know. At some point, hopefully in the playoffs, those balls will be like an inch foul instead of an inch fair, and I won't have to deal with leadoff doubles. But I'm in a little bit of a jam here.
Okay, we can't let this guy get to third, so we need a strikeout here. He was definitely ready for that heater in, so they're adjusting to the approach.
Toca la pelota, ya le dice Carlos Pérez a Bauer.
My bad, John. Thank you. Thank you for the free out.
Hey, to all the LMB teams that are watching this and scouting me, please continue bunting. I will always take a free out. Love it. Just helps me out so much. Here in this situation, I'm like, okay, 1 out, man on third. All I have to do is find a strikeout in the next 2 or 3 hitters. I can pitch super carefully. I can afford to walk a couple people if I need to. All I have to do is find 1 strikeout in the next 2 or 3 hitters, because then I just have to get any out and the threat is minimized. So I would much rather pitch 1 out, man on third than no outs, man on second. But hey, if you want to bunt and give me a free out, I'll take it. Please keep doing it.
Hey! All right, Adamas, you mother. Ah! Let's go.
Now, with that being said, having their best hitter at the plate, where all he has to do is put the ball in play or fly out or anything like that to score a run in a 1-run game is not ideal. So I had to kind of get myself psyched up for this at bat. And I made sure to tell every single umpire like 12 times, hey, I'm in the windup. Don't balk me again for some ridiculous reason. I'm in the windup. So I tell every single umpire now. I look at every one of them and make them confirm to me that I'm in the windup, so I don't get a ridiculous balk call and a run scored again.
Ah! Heater up and in.
87-mile-an-hour cutter down and in, generally a pretty dangerous location to a lefty, but he was clearly looking for a fastball and clearly looking to do damage early and swing and get that first pitch. So that movement protected me, and it gave me a good read on what his approach was in this at-bat.
Durante muchos años, calificado un gran bateador.
Hey, real quick, if you're not throwing as hard as you want to, or you're not throwing hard enough to get to the next level, I want to help you out. I made a free velocity development guide. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about how to gain velocity at any stage of your career, no matter where you are. It's absolutely free. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description, put your information in, I'll send it over to you.
96 up and away.
So perfect tunnel off of that cutter down and in with that fastball up and in. Got it right by him, and I was like, I'm just going to add a little bit more, go up and away. The worst thing that's going to happen on a fastball up and away out of the zone is a weak little pop-up the opposite way. My left fielder's probably going to have to come in to catch it, which means it's going to be hard to score. But after he was late on that last pitch, I was like, yep, I'm just going to throw this by you. Ah! I threw it at 96, exactly where I wanted it, and he somehow made contact. I got the swing, I figured it'd be a miss, and somehow he fouled it off, which, you know, I don't know how he did it, but he's a good hitter, so props to him for that. But now, after a hard cutter, and then working up, and then up again in location, and also up in the speed range, it was time for the curveball.
Not curveball below the zone.
Algunas cuestiones. 0-2, la cuenta para el zurdo.
I threw a good one. It was in a hittable location because it was a strike, but after the cutter tunnel and then the fastball out of that tunnel and then the fastball above that, I had plenty of protection built in both on the movement, the location, and the speed. So any curveball there, as long as it was not just kind of floating in the middle, was going to be beneficial and probably get an out, and I got my strikeout.
Tell every umpire in the building that I'm in the windup.
So 2 outs, man on third. We got their 4-hole hitter Castro. In the first at bat, I went fastball up and in 3 times in a row and got a weak fly out to left. So I figured he's probably going to be looking for some sort of fastball in because I've kind of signaled to him, hey, this is how I'm trying to get you out.
Come on. I need my sweeper here. Dot.
And that first pitch kind of confirmed to me that that's what he was looking for. You can see his body language there. In the middle of his swing, he kind of opens his front hip a little bit. He kind of triggers like he's going to pull this ball. Now, this sweeper started inside. It had about 16 inches of sweep, which is really good for altitude, but it started on the inner half of the plate. So he had to look at that as a fastball, and he triggered to open up, and then when it broke away, he kind of shut his swing down, and you can see his torso go a little bit towards the plate, and he kind of steps towards the plate to catch his balance. So to me, I read that, and I was like, he's definitely looking in. He was definitely early on that, so he was sped up for a fastball, and then it was a sweeper, so he was kind of early on it. So I know exactly where he's looking, what pitch he's looking for, and I know what speed he's at, which is great.
Just do it again. Yep. You're going to chase this one down.
And you can see the exact same reaction from him right there. He kind of opens up looking to pull, and then it's not a fastball, and he kind of just takes it like, maybe I could have hit that one because it was up in a hittable location. But knowing where the hitter's at and what he's looking for and what his approach is here is really beneficial and lets you get away with mistakes like that. So after 2 of them, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to rip sweepers here because if I walk this guy, it's still just first and third 2 outs. I can even walk the next guy before I have to get an out, and I just do not want this run to score in a 1-run ball game.
Swing.
Dice que si Bauer, se abre el receptor, ahora le tira un slider que para perseguirlo es tardísimo. Solo 3 lanzamientos contra Castro.
Sweeper's back. What were they?
96 fastball. You threw a curveball at 33 RPM. Sweepers are 30 RPM.
Yeah.
Sweepers now are flat.
Yeah, I fixed my mechanics and all of a sudden my shapes are what they normally are.
So the mechanical fix that I found was I was stepping back towards second base with my left foot in the windup. So when I lifted my left leg, I was having to rotate my hips, but my hips weren't rotating quite enough. So my hips were starting off like a little bit too open, and that was causing my torso to drift forward, and I wasn't really getting into my backside. So when I went to rotate, my torso was already forward and my arm was kind of flying out a little bit. I fixed that by stepping just straight towards first base instead of back towards second. When I lifted my leg, my hips were already in the right position, so I can sit into my back leg and my back hip appropriately. My head stacks over my back side, and then I can actually rotate and get through the ball, and then my shapes are a lot better. My curveball was true, my sweeper was back to the normal shape that I'm used to, and I was spinning it faster as well. So good mechanical adjustment that lined me up for success here in this game.
The worst thing they could have done was give me the free out, the bunt. Once I got 1 out, I was like, oh, I just need 1 strikeout. It's like it might as well just be 92 and then just demoralize them whenever they get a chance. It's like, oh, here's 95, 97.
Pues, quitando a Diablos, los otros 3 pudieran quedar eliminados.
No runs in the bottom of the 4th, so it's still a 1-0 ball game, headed out for the top of the 5th.
Good, just cramps. Right calf cramp. I'm good. I'll let you know if there's anything worse. Just a little cramp. Only cramps. Yeah, just like right calf as I'm like pushing off. We're good. Just have too much CO2 built up. I'll have to get the CO2 out. We're good. I'll let you know. Yeah. Yeah, all good.
So yeah, my right calf was cramping, and I was kind of like surprised out of nowhere. I was super hydrated, so it wasn't an electrolyte deficiency. And this is a good cue for you guys. If you're an athlete and you start feeling cramps, it's either electrolyte deficiency, like you haven't been drinking enough electrolytes and salt, so you want to make sure you're hydrated, or you have CO2 buildup, like you have too much CO2 in your system. And the way to solve that is to do 2 or 3 big breaths. So you want to breathe in, and then you want to exhale all the way out, like push all the air out that you possibly can. So I did a couple breaths where I was like, and I was really crunching my abs and like trying to get all the air out of my system. And I was kind of hunched over doing that. So the trainer saw that and was like, what the heck is going on? And they ran out to the field. But I was just clearing the CO2 from my system. And then once I did that, I didn't feel the cramps at all the rest of the game. So something to keep in mind, little tip and trick that if you're ever cramping, try it and see if that helps. So first pitch cutter to Ramos. Now remember, he flew out to right on a curveball kind of below the zone, and I started him off with a cutter away. Now I wanted it to be in, I just left it over the plate, but it's a strike and he fouled it off. So you throw strike 1, you get lucky.
Stop. Just go cutter to the hands, why not?
Now off of that cutter away, I was planning on using that miss. The cutter starting off the plate, coming back. I wanted to start a fastball on the plate and run it off and see if I got a swing. So I'm kind of crossing the outside corner right here, and he just didn't offer that pitch, but he did kind of lean towards the plate a little bit. So I was like, okay, you're looking away. Now I'm going to go in.
Mother.
I got exactly what I wanted. You could tell he was leaning, and then the pitch comes in, so he pulls his hands back and he's kind of chopping his feet as he's working his way towards the plate. So I definitely had the read right on him looking away. I just didn't execute that pitch for a strike. 2-1, I went with a fastball, quick pitched him. I thought I'd get it by him, and he was late on it. It hit off the handle, but he just flared it in for a hit. So it was a decent pitch right out of that same tunnel as the cutter. I got bad contact, but leadoff guy is on now for the 2nd inning in a row. Thankfully, he's only on first.
Rodriguez, De La Cruz, Leva, so we're 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, gotta keep this guy at first. I don't think he's a runner, so that's good. Start off cutter here. 30 seconds. Broken bat, firewood, and a hit. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really well placed cutter right there. I broke his bat and just happened to loop over the second baseman's head. What are you going to do? I mean, sometimes you give up hits on first pitches. I think this is the first pitch hit I've given up today. I've thrown maybe, I don't know, how many at-bats am I in now? Like close to 20 at-bats into this game. And that's the first pitch hit. So usually it works out about 1 every 25-ish first pitches turn into a hit, and that's the one. But unfortunately, it comes back to back, and now I have 2 guys on and nobody out. And for the second inning, I'm in trouble.
So probably gonna go with a bunt here, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Pop the shit up. Let's go. Probably bunting. Gotta execute a pitch though. 1-1-1.
Lo sabían los Diablos de Río para mí.
For real. Are they?
Another free out. I'll take it every time. Nice play by my third baseman, Rio Ruiz, right there. So close play at first. Guy almost beat it out, but it is an out. Now I have second and third, 1 out. A single does score 2 runs, but at the same time, I can work carefully with the next 2 hitters. I can afford to walk 1 and strike 1 out, and then any out gets me out of the inning. So I'm happy with this situation. And again, it's back to telling the umpires, don't call a balk. Don't call a balk. I'm in the windup.
I want to make sure everybody knows. Wind up. Wind up. Thank you. Wind up. All right. So here I got 3 guys to find a strikeout. Well, 2 guys to find a strikeout, 3 guys to find 2 outs. Come on. Go back.
So as soon as I come in the windup, I always look at the guy at third base just to make sure he's not going to take off. And he was kind of faking like he was going to go. So I just looked at him and was like, yeah, go back. And he kind of like laughed.
Yep.
First pitch fastball at 96, down middle. Now, it's not exactly where I was trying to throw it, but I will take the strike because now I have a lot of stuff open. I can go splitter off of that to finish. I can also go curveball off of it if I can get a fastball up tunnel or something starting up, because the curveball's not going to tunnel real well off that fastball down.
Right on it. I'm not wasting any time here. We're just going straight to the curveball. I'm just going to bang you until you swing.
So that was a cutter up middle, and that set a perfect curveball tunnel. So I have splitter in the dirt open off the fastball down. I have curveball in the dirt open off of that cutter up. And then if he doesn't swing in a couple curveballs and I want to go fastball up, I'll have him slowed down in the speed range. I'll have him looking down where the pitch is finishing, not up. But 0-2 here, I'm just not taking a chance that he can put this ball in play. I'm just trying to bounce a curveball on the plate. And the guy on third was like trying to go and get my attention. I was like, all right, dude, you're halfway down the line. Just go back.
Okay, that's 1. We'll go again, because why not? You'll swing, and if you don't, we'll go heater down the way.
You can tell he bought into that pitch right there, which is why I chose to go with it again. He like clearly went and he just held up. So I'm like, I could go with a fastball, but it's still 1-2. Let's just go with another curveball, same location, and then maybe you'll swing. And if not, I have you really drawn into that low speed range and I can go anywhere else. And my read was right. He did swing. I got my strikeout, which was much needed. And now I can be careful to the next guy because I have 2 guys to find any out in play. But this is the 9-hole hitter, and I just want to go after him and end this inning right here.
All right, Leyva, let's go, mother.
Pichó ahí la joroba y viene el lanzamiento a primer picheo.
Bang.
So first pitch sweeper up and away, and I get a weak little pop up to right. Beautiful. And we're out of that jam. Hopefully next inning I can get out of there with no runners on and just have a clean inning.
Hey, you don't want to steal? What do we got? Yeah, that one just concerns me because these have been great, but that one was rappy again.
Viene para como una línea. Esa pelota ya bañó a Julio Ramos. Va a venir una, va a venir otra. Y el avance no solo es hasta segunda. Llega de cabeza tercera el Carneque. Triple limpio.
Well, Franklin, got a little breathing room finally. Yeah, I'm going to try to strike everybody out. And then when a guy gets on third base, I'm going to try extra hard to strike everybody out.
Una bola con un strike, la rola vitaminada, cuadra adentro, imposible para Castro. Al rincón, el rebote favorable al patrullero, pero eso no va a impedir que llegue el doblete del jefe dominicano.
Hell yeah, Seppu! No one beats the Diablos. Charlie, could your hitters hit my curveball? And I'm gonna throw at least one more.
Yeah, I'm just saying, throw one more and then be like, all right.
We'll see where we're at after that.
Yeah.
If I strike out 3 though, then I'm gonna be like, well, I gotta keep going, you know? It's always how it goes.
Pero ya Julián Ornelas ya sería sucia, eso hay que aclararlo aquí. Lanzamiento cantado.
Offensive explosion for the Diablos there in the bottom of the 5th, so it's out for the top of the 6th with a 4-run lead. Finally, a little bit of breathing room.
Where are we in the lineup? Okay, 1, 2, 3. He turned on a heater last time.
So first pitch cutter up middle for a ball. I thought it was a strike live. I was a little confused, but robo umpire said no. And clearly just a statue from him, so no real read on where he's at. I do know that he hit a fastball up and in hard last at bat, so he's probably looking for heater.
Right on it.
And that swing kind of confirmed it. He chased a cutter off the plate, looked really bad, was way early on it. Clearly thought that was going to be a heater kind of middle. And now I have a good read on exactly where he's at.
Yep.
Not exactly where I wanted to throw that pitch. It kind of backed up on me, but it clipped the inside part of the zone, so I'm ahead 1-2. I'm going to use that pitch now for sure. Robo umpire gave it to me. I don't know if any human umpire is giving that pitch to me, so hey, I like the robo umpire so far. I got no complaints.
Yes! Oh, yes! Ah!
Con la mano izquierda, cierra el puño derecho y le dice...
Sword.
So here I mixed up my shapes a little bit. Instead of going sweeper, I went curveball, and he looked super surprised by that pitch and just did not do what he was expecting it to do, and I get the sword. First one of the game. I love my swords. Hey, sword merch, trevorbauer.com. We got everything. Window shopper, we got wind farmer, broken bat, firewood, we got sword, we got all of your merch right there. Great stuff. You should go pick some up.
Right on it.
So, first pitch changeup down middle, and he was way out in front and fouled it off.
Okay, middle finger salute time.
And here I landed a curveball in a 0-1 count, and I was like, you know what? After landing that curveball there, I'm just going to throw it in the dirt. And I went with my traditional middle finger salute. Hey, middle finger glove, sick. It's sold out in under 2 hours. It is coming back though, so you guys are going to want to pay attention because it will be back.
Ah! Hung it. Kills me.
And I just threw the exact same curveball in the exact same location and just ran right into his barrel. Just stupid. Clearly he's looking for off-speed stuff. It's 2-strike count. I threw a worse pitch than the last one. Luckily, it was only a single.
All right, Adamas, I gotta be careful here. No stolen bases. He's probably not going down 4, but still. Ah! Cutter split. Ah! Don't go forward too fast, Trevor. Go splitter here. Cutter moving in, splitter moving away.
First pitch fastball missed up and away, followed by a cutter kind of middle in, and he fouled it off, but he got pretty decent wood to it. And I'm remembering here that he's like seen 3 or 4 of these cutters. So I'm like, I don't really want to go with that too much. Let's try the opposite movement and just go splitter away.
Ah. Waste. What was that? Oh boy. Ah. Fuck.
The 2-1 waste pitch, can't use that for anything, just completely non-competitive. And then I tried to go fastball away and I missed off the plate. So now I'm 3-1. 1 out, best hitter. I don't want to give up a 2-run homer, but I also don't want to walk him. So I was like, I'm just got to execute good pitches here. Hopefully he hits it to someone.
Ah!
Paso de foul.
Do not walk him. He's probably going to be going here, so slide step. Heater in. First strike, hard.
After the fastball down and away, he was somewhat on time for that, a little bit late, and I was like, yeah, heater in. And then my catcher called cutter, and I was like, you know what? Actually, that's probably the better pitch. Run it up to the hands, and he's already looked bad on a couple of them, so maybe we'll get a rollover, a jam shot, maybe a double play.
Atazo de hit. En el quitarrón precisamente salió el corredor.
Okay, want to keep the double play in order here.
And I threw a strike, I just threw it down middle, and he had swung and missed at that pitch earlier in a prior at bat, but he did not miss that one. He hit it 100, and it's a single. So now I'm first and third with one out. For the third consecutive inning, I'm in all sorts of trouble, and let's see if I can get out of it.
Momento cuando quiera Lino.
Batazo de hit.
Oh my God.
So Castro, first at bat, 3 heaters up and in, pop up to left. Second at bat, 3 sweepers away, strikeout. So I decided to go heater up and in, and he just got jammed. Fisted it real bad, but it's a hit. So I give up a run, and that frustrated me.
Okay.
It's coming out.
Yeah, it's fine. Just a couple weak little.
I mean, they're just winging and making
Yeah.
contact.
All good.
Alcantara, if you bounce it, punch it. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's lead curveball.
Do it.
Yeah. Punch him out. Yeah. Put my width on double play. Got you. All right. Need an out here. Go that again, maybe?
So Ramos, lead off with a curveball here, and he didn't look like he was particularly interested in swinging in the first pitch, so didn't get a tremendous read on exactly what he wanted, but I need a double play.
2? Maybe? What's up, Joe? Wait.
And I got exactly what I needed. I threw a terrible curveball, just up, away, but it ended up in the top third of the zone, and you almost never get beat on breaking balls in the top third of the zone. If they end up in the middle third, yes, you get beat on those. But the top third are very hard for hitters to hit, especially a big curveball with a lot of drop, and I got exactly what I was looking for. Slow down with the speed range, move the ball down in movement, and he's gonna roll it over, and I got exactly what I wanted. So I do give up a run, not ideal. I wanted to put up a shutdown inning right there, especially after the boys put up 3, but with a 4-1 lead through 6 innings, I'm feeling pretty good.
Just throw it in the dirt. Where am I at? 69. Nice. I'll go another one. That inning was, I hung an 0-2 curveball like an idiot. Why would I do that?
Shit happened.
It's just stupid baseball.
All right, gotta get the first shot. Let's go.
Okay, that's hard for me to do recently.
Yeah, I know that.
¿No? Con los peloteros. Le quita.
So 6 innings, 1 run is a really good outing, but I was only at 69 pitches, and I'm trying to build myself up so I can go 100, 110 or whatever in playoffs. Last outing, I only threw like 50 because we got rain delayed. And then this outing, I was at like 69 through 6. My pitch count had been super low, so I was like, yep, I'll go back out. We're rolling. Let's go out for the 7th.
Cutter down away, heater away. Cutter middle.
So first up in the 7th is Rodriguez, and after the cutter middle, I was like, I haven't thrown a fastball recently, so I'm just going to let a fastball rip away. And I located it really well, and he looked like he was on time for that. He fouled it straight back. I think he just got the barrel under the ball, but timing-wise, I thought he was right on, so I was like, okay, great, we're 0-2. We've thrown a lot of fastballs in 2 strike counts. Let's drop to the other end of the speed spectrum and throw something slow.
Right in the zone.
Alto para atrás. El brinco Barreto ya no le va a llegar.
Fuck. Shit pisses me off. God damn it.
And for the 4th inning in a row, I'm in a jam. Now that pisses me off because it was not a very good pitch. It was in the zone, but he clearly was just looking for it in 2 strikes, and I threw a bad one, and he smoked it. My center fielder got a bad read on it, but it's a really hard ball to read because it's hit right at you, and you have no idea how hard the ball is hit or not. And honestly, I would prefer that my outfielders always take a step in to try to take away any of the bloops, because I'm going to save way more outs that way than hard hit balls over their head. Half the hard hit balls that I give up over my outfielders' heads are homers, so no gripes with my center fielder there, just bad execution on my part. And now I got to try to get out of this jam. I don't want to give up another run here and ruin my outing and let them back in the game because we're still only up 4-1.
0-2 hits. Buried a curveball. Mother.
So first pitch cutter up and away, and he took a kind of awkward swing at it. It was 89, so really good starting pitch, and I have a lot of tunnels that I can work off of that.
I'll take that. Ball's a little bit down. Just bounce the curveball or go heater above. I think we just bounce it.
So 0-1, I nicked the corner just barely, but RoboUmp gave it to me, so I'm now ahead 0-2, and I just need to punch this guy out. I got to finish this at bat. I'm still mad about losing an 0-2 count and giving up a hit and not even getting an out. It's still driving me nuts.
Feet!
Trevor Bauer y creo que la mejor.
So I bounced the 0-2 curveball way short, just making sure that I didn't throw it for a strike and repeat the same mistake I just made. And it was nowhere close. Thankfully, he didn't go to third base. So I come back with another curveball there, 1-2, and it wasn't a very good pitch. It was a more hittable pitch than the last one. That's the problem with it. It was a really sharp pitch, well executed, kind of down and away, but dangerous. Thankfully, the movement just beat him. It had like minus 17 inches of depth, even in altitude, which is nuts. But yeah, got the strikeout. 1 out, I got the bottom of the order up. I got to just get these 2 outs and get my 7 innings, 1 run. I do not want this guy to score.
Come on. Curve, cutter in, wild swing.
Cutter in, he definitely was not looking for that movement. It definitely surprised him. You can see his front foot come up after the swing and kind of open up. So he's definitely off balance right here. 0-1, I decided to go with a curveball and I landed it backdoor and he took a really bad swing at that as well. So he's definitely confused in this at bat. I got fastball up and away. I got curveball even below the zone right there. I can go back to that cutter in. I don't really want to go split here because I haven't sped him up enough and it's a middle speed pitch kind of running away into his barrel path, but I do have a lot of options.
La rola de la Cruz. Este out va a ser productivo, pero Bauer rápidamente llega.
So I tried the fastball up and away 0-2 out of that curveball tunnel, and I hit the tunnel really well. He just didn't look interested in swinging at it. So I was like, okay, maybe you're looking over there. Maybe you're looking for fastball, or maybe you're just kind of auto taking. Because if you were looking for off speed, you definitely would have offered at that pitch, because if that was a curveball, it would have broken into the zone. So off of that, I was like, yep, I'm just going to go back to the curveball. And I executed it pretty well, and he rolled it over, and I get an out. So now we got the 9-hole hitter Leyva. We got 2 outs, man on third, and I just need to get this out, not let this run score, and it's going to be a great outing.
Let's go.
So first pitch fastball, 96, up and away, and he took a pretty good swing at this, honestly. He was definitely late, but he was pretty good. He didn't look fooled. He wasn't super late on it. He got a good swing off. So I'm like, all right, I kind of know where you're at timing-wise. Now, remembering back on my at-bats now, I know he's seen a lot of cutters and sweepers going away from him. I haven't really driven any balls in on him, and he's seen a lot of slow stuff. In the game, I wasn't really remembering that. I was just kind of in like full-on blinders mode. I'm just going to get you out and dominate you. And that might have come back to bite me.
Okay. Slider.
So curveball down and away, right out of that fastball up and away tunnel, really well executed, and you see him buy in on it and then slow down. So he definitely read fastball, and he definitely went to hit the same pitch that he had just seen, but he was way early on it, and he was early enough, though, that he was able to take it. Good read on his part. I missed this read, though.
Las veces que ha lanzado 7 o más entradas. No la cuenta.
So I come back with a really good sweeper down and away, a ball, and I get a really bad swing on it. And I was like, okay, like I'm just going to go back to that. Like he just looked ugly. He almost fell over. He almost helicoptered himself. Just throw that again.
2-2.
And that was a really good take on his part. I mean, he did the same thing again. He bought himself time with his legs. He definitely was looking for that off-speed pitch, though, because he was slowed down. If he was looking for fastball, he definitely would have swung at that. And he just read basically the exact same pitch as he had just seen, and this time he was able to lay off it. So good read on his part, and now that I know I have him slow, he's looking for that tunnel down and away to be a ball. He's seen 2 in a row that are out of that down and away tunnel for a ball, and they're slow. I'm like, yep, I'm going to throw it in that down and away tunnel, but I'm going to make it hard, and you're just going to take it for strike 3.
Freeze down away. Get it there aggressively.
Oh man, robo-ump gives and robo-ump takes. I think 100% of the time, if that's a human umpire behind the plate, he's just ringing him up because I just dotted that pitch. But robo-ump said it was like 0.1 inches off the plate, not touching, there's pixels, and now we're in a 3-2 count. So I didn't see much of a reaction out of him. Going back, I was like, he almost bit on the curveball down and away. He did swing at the sweeper down and away. I'm just going to rip a sweeper. But in my head, I was like, throw it for a strike. I was like, just get it down and away for a strike. He'll roll it over or pop it up. I didn't think throw it for chase. And I actually ended up executing a really good pitch.
Back to sweeper. Throw this shit hard.
Y el picheo. Un cañonazo por todo el izquierdo. Va midiendo Herrera.
my God.
Unfortunately, he was ready for it, and he homered me. And that just destroys a great outing. Otherwise, a great outing. 7 innings, 7 Ks. If I would have struck him out right there, 8 Ks, no walks, 1 run, like, great outing. Now it's 6 2/3, 3 runs, and it's a 1-run ball game, and now we're going to be in kind of dire straits in the pen because we got to protect this lead for the next 3 innings, and anything goes wrong, and it's a tie game. So, huge letdown on that pitch right there. Last pitch of my outing to end my game to give up a homer. Now, it was only hit 94, and in any other ballpark, it's probably an out. Wind was blowing out, it's in altitude, and the ball just carried. But we saw it earlier on Perez's homer. He kind of lofted up there, and it just carried out and sailed for a homer. So the altitude gives and the altitude takes. Unfortunately, this time it took, and it's a 2-run homer, and it just drives me nuts. The tactical mistake there, that's like the 6th sweeper I've thrown him today. I've thrown a lot of curveballs, a lot of sweepers, and he was definitely looking for it. He'd gotten used to that shape, and this was probably the most hittable one that he's seen all day. So I talk about this all the time. Throwing a less hittable pitch to a more hittable pitch in an at-bat is very dangerous, and throwing less hittable pitches all day, and then the last pitch is the most hittable one, even as the at-bat stack from first at-bat to second at-bat to third at-bat. Hitters remember that stuff. And yeah, I just ran into his barrel. Now, he did a great job of hitting it. I did a bad job of choosing the wrong pitch. I think any fastball in the zone, he probably pops it up or I beat him, especially fastball in. I don't think he gets to because he hasn't seen one of those all day. He was clearly slowed down the way he took that 1-2 sweeper and the curveball early in the bat. He was definitely looking off speed, and I just missed the read. So, yeah, thin margins at any level of baseball, and he got me. But still 4-3. So I left the game with a lead.
How's that? How's the way, right? I was trying to throw that one for Chase. How are they on heater in and sweeper away? That fastball down away is a strikeout with a real umpire.
Yes!
All the time. Ah! 98!
It did get a little hairy. We put up another run, got to 5-3. Anraku gave up a run in the 9th and had bases loaded with a pinch hitter at the plate, and he pulled out 98. Just 98 right down the middle, right by you to end the game. So that's the second win for me this year in LMB. We continue our, I think, 12-game winning streak now, or whatever it's at. And that makes for a great day, even though I did give up a homer and it pisses me off. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I got a lot more like this coming. And if you like it, hit subscribe. Helps me out. See you in the next one.